Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up? Sometimes you just need times like these. Now, look, I'm not even going to hold Photon DNA. I'm pretty sure Photon DNA is enjoying his single digit live streams. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Photon DNA is enjoying his single digit live streams. Everybody is at Ness's spot right now. Everybody is at Ness's spot right now. I only wanted to come on here for a quick minute just to talk about, you know, the sector, right? The sector. I think this is the perfect time to do it. You know what I mean? Just chilling. Want to talk about the sector. First off, let's talk about pills. Let's talk about Officer Pillsbury. I think he bit off a lot more than he could chew. Officer Pillsbury bit off a lot more than he can chew. And he doesn't realize that he probably realizes it now, but man, he did not realize he was getting used, man. The man was a pawn in a sick, sick, sick game. Brooke just dumped who online? Oh no. Brooke just dumped who? Pills? Lord Jesus. On live. Oh Lord. Who did Brooke dump? Pills? Let me guess. If Brooke just dumped pills, then we already know what this is. We already know. We had Nest to see if Brooke will speak out, but she's on Mert. Look at that. Yep. That's some bullshit, bro. I don't know why, but I just knew something was up with Brooke, man. I've never had a good feeling about her, man. I've never had a good feeling about her. Ever since I've seen how scandalous she is in these competitions, and I know these competitions ain't shit. And ever since I've seen her talk her shit to Rita and dip and dodge from Rita and all that, like I knew, man. Man, look, the thing about Pills is he's wearing his heart on his sleeve. I think he fell in love with what could have been, right? As far as his YouTube stock going up or whatever. Man, I don't know. Brooke been this way. She been itching for a B sector spot. Yeah. You know what's wild about it though? Is you're gonna throw your whole fam Pills dumped her. Oh, Pills dumped her. Okay. Well, that's good. Oh, Brooke just got dumped. Oh, Brooke just got dumped. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so Brooke just got dumped. Okay, Pills dumped her. Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious of how she felt about it. I'm curious how she felt about it. Seriously. Seriously. Well, I'm just trying to think about if anybody from the sector want to come up and talk about what's going on in our sector. I would love to hear about it. If not, then that's cool. What's up, Room Shaker? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just, Ness is live and a lot of attention's over there. I thought it would be nice to sneak this one in. Sometimes you just want to just chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? You just want to chill. We did have a record-breaking day, MBK and I, over at the Binary Code channel. We did have a record-breaking day. It was pretty cool. We had like 430 something in the chat. That was insane, man. That was insane. It was cool though, but it was wild. I couldn't even keep up with the chat, man. I don't know how Ness and Bree and all them, Trejor, I don't know how they do it, man. Lady Nika, I don't know how they do it, man. I could not keep up. I'm gonna have to slow that bitch down. Like when we get to like more than that, if we ever get to more than that, I'm gonna have to slow it down. I'm gonna have to slow it down. Well, good for Pills then. If Pills broke up with her, good for him. Now, I am gonna be talking about this tomorrow. You know what? How about we not talk about this tomorrow and we talk about it tonight? Because I don't know if anybody from my sector wants to come up because I want to know what's going on in my sector. I feel like I'm a little off. I feel like I'm a little lost, and I don't like feeling this way. Um, just so you guys know, Hoodie is from my sector. R&T Edutainment, or Everybody Hates R&T, Vegas Gates, Pills, Photon, Shakim, Sexy Toy Lady. Y'all let me know what's popping, man. Y'all let me know what's going on. Seriously, I want to know. I want to know. I'm just over here chilling, getting ready to create the docket. I got to start creating my docket now, like at nights and stuff like this, because I'm starting to realize my docket be getting borrowed. If I create it too early, the shit be getting borrowed. So yeah. So it'll be fun. Let's go ahead and create the docket. And if you guys want, since it's only us over here, if y'all want to have some input, how about that? If y'all want to have some input, that'd be cool. But I already have a few things. Hold on. I'm gonna create it right now. Oh damn, I gotta make the damn thumbnail. I gotta make the damn. Let me drop the link. Let me stop being rude. I'm gonna drop the link for anybody that wants to come up. I'm only here for 1 hour. That's it, max. That's it. Y'all know I'm trying to get these watch time hours up over here. 1 hour. That's it. The only thing about pills, he wants Malik to come. Oh Lord, I know. I don't get it. You be catching them, right? Yeah, it's insane how that works. It's insane. And you would think, well, come on, there's only so many stories, whoop de whoop de whoop. But when they kind of like jack your whole swag, because I purposefully title my shit the way that I do so that it's no mistake if somebody kind of, you know, copies the swag. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do it that way. Mm. But yeah, anybody could come up. Anybody could come up. Yeah, and say what's up. I'm just gonna create my docket and probably be up out of here. You know what I mean? I just want to spend like an hour up in this piece. Beasley did hit my link this morning. He did. I had to make an executive decision to not bring him up because for whatever reason, it seems like Beasley is becoming more of a distraction than an asset. Because sometimes when people like when you like, hold on, how can I say this? Sometimes when heels hit the panel, they can bring value to the show. But it seems like as of late, for whatever reason, Beasley has been more of a distraction. And I don't know why he hasn't really been bringing value to the show. He's been more of not a detractor, a derailer, maybe. I don't know. What's up, Davna? What's up? What's up? We chilling over here. We trying to, we like the single in the chat. It takes a lot of hard work to get single digits in the chat. Women won't. Oh wow, yeah. Shit, Ness went off on him, didn't she? God, dog, she went off on him. Him and Grandpa Joe. Damn, she went off on him. Good lord. Yeah, I'm making my thumbnail. See, I like having these like set thumbnails because it makes life so much easier. I just got to put 19 on here. 19. Can you believe MBK and I are already on episode 19 of our freaking show? I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so Officer Pillsbury, man. Now here's the thing that I would like to talk about. Why are you inviting him to fight you? Like, why would you want to fight Malik? Now, Malik, of course, is coming on here talking greasy because his wife is being scandalous, right? She's being scandalous. I don't care what nobody says. She's being scandalous. Now, why do you want to fight? Like, that don't make no sense. Like, she's playing both of y'all, and you want to fight? That I think, like, not the actual fight, because I don't ever think that that's going to take place. But I think what's happening now is what she kind of orchestrated and wanted to happen. Like she wants this kind of buzz. She wants them Negroes yelling at each other over her. This is the real we're getting the real show now. Ness's show was a pre-show for the love of Brooke. That was a pre-show for the love of Brooke. Now we're getting the actual show now. We're getting the reality TV show. This is the for the love of Brooke for real, for real. This is episode 3 and shit. Ness's show was the pilot. How about that? Ness's show was the pilot. And Brooke orchestrated all this shit. What if this was some what's his name? Rob Rack type shit. Rob Rack, Empress Janice type shit. Where you just knew that shit was fake at the end. If it felt real at the beginning, and then all of a sudden at the end, you could just tell the shit was fake. That could, I mean, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. I might be giving too much credit to Brooke to pull some shit off like this, but that's a possibility. However, I honest to God think that Brooke is just being extremely self-centered and she's loving this attention and she's loving these two Negroes talking shit, arguing, and willing to fight and crash each other out. All right, Binary, I saw you getting timed out at the hood tables. How did you come for Ronnie Q? Oh, look, you know what's crazy is I didn't even come for Ronnie Q. I just dropped a couple of things. Choreo lover, you know, she has her ways about her. She she can't stand when I be triggering people. And I mean, no matter what I would have typed in that chat, Ronnie Q would have got triggered because she's triggered by me, and I don't understand why. I don't get it. She's just triggered, you know. What did I say? I just said, oh yeah, because Ronnie Q got upset that Malik hit our link. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why would you get upset? And then she was like, in binary dropped the ball. He didn't ask any questions. Whoop de whoop de whoop. Why would you try to ask questions to a man that's scorned, fuming, and just wants to talk his shit? You know how fast he would have dropped down off my panel if I would have been trying to interview him? That would have been the dumbest shit ever. He wanted to vent. Read the room, Ronnie Q. And so all I said was, there go Ronnie Q hating again. And that's it. Got my ass timed out. And Ronnie Q went off for about 45 minutes talking shit about me after that comment. And then I said, yo, you triggered. And that was it for me. They got me the hell up out of there. I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow, though. That's going on the docket. That's going on the docket. I'll be talking about that a little bit more tomorrow. That's crazy how that works, though. That's crazy. Let's see. Have you noticed the Hood Table channel is the new rising channel? She has been getting triple digits each time the Umar boys are mentioned. Absolutely. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow, too. Look at what happened. Are you creating my docket for me? That's like the first item on the docket, believe it or not. Code, I want to commend you for the way you protect yourself and your family. You don't pretend to be a gangsta on here. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why these men give out their address. Yeah, that's crazy. And thank you, Davna, for sure. At the end of the day, this is just YouTube. It's just a platform. It's just an application. Like, come on now. You don't, if you have a real life, you don't sacrifice it for this. Like, you just don't. And as much as I'm addicted to trolling and I'm addicted to this bullshit, yeah, it's not worth real life shit. You know what I mean? No, I can hop off this. I can hop off this shit quick for a good month, 2 months, 3 months if I have to, in order to protect me and my family, right? Because that's dumb as hell. That's dumb as hell. I see people are starting to enter into the building. My hope is that the sector is entering into the building as well. Oh, there's Diderell. You should hit the link, bro. I know. I know. I'm only here for an hour, bro. I know. I need to take my ass to bed. I need to take my ass to bed. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in our sector, Diderell. Seriously. I have to carve out time. I have to, because one thing I don't want to do is like not know what's happening in our own sector. You know. So that's all I'm trying to do, man. Pills is, I don't know what's going on with Pills, man. He crashing out, bro. He is crashing out. And I'm wondering, and you don't got to click the link, no pressure, bro. I'm wondering if are you still going to Vegas, Diderell? I wonder if you still going to Vegas, brother. Shoot, that Vegas trip. I'm gonna talk about that. No, you know what? I always say I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow, but I'm lost too about the sector. A lot is going. Yeah. Because what I don't want to happen is our sector get too swallowed up. Oh, now you're not going. You ain't going no more. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Okay, I'm okay. Yes. Vegas, it's on. Okay, yeah, Vegas is on. Okay. I was about to say, bro. I was about to say, damn, they gonna be tripping out if you ain't going. They gonna be bugging out like, damn, we done lost D Darrell. Okay, that's good. That's good. You're gonna, because they're gonna get to see the real you, and I can't wait for that, man. I cannot wait for that, bro. I can't wait. Your stock, I know your stock in the B sector is gonna go up a lot. You know what I'm saying? When they see the real you, bro. When they see like how you really give it up, bro. It's just gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. Because I don't know if they know. I don't think they believe us when when I say and others say that you know you are the content over here, bro. Or you used to be, but you kind of you fell back a little bit, but you know. Oh, they still haven't gave you the date? Damn, they haven't gave you the date yet. That's crazy. That's crazy. I would have thought that would be the first thing smoking. They would have gave you that date, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I'll make a big deal about it tomorrow. I'll be like, yo, why don't y'all get a homie the date, man? You're gonna save Vegas. Trust. Just imagine if the quote unquote Umar boys was not here. Just imagine, like, I mean, the B sector would still be popping and shit like that, but it wouldn't be popping as much as it is now. And a lot of people wouldn't be eating the way that they're eating now. Now, trust, this whole Brook thing might blow up in everybody's faces or whatever. Oh, damn. Let's talk about that. I'll talk about it a little bit tomorrow, too, but let's talk about that. What is Brooke going to do? Is she really going to go to Vegas now? Pills done dumped her. She already got her dates booked. Did she get sponsored? See, that's another question. With evictions looming, did she really get sponsored? Because just as easy as it is to book a date, you can cancel that bitch. If Brooke doesn't show up, this was a money grab, especially if she got sponsored. If Brooke don't show up, this a money grab. How you going I don't know. Don't you think you would be out hustling? Like I'm trying to think like if I was about to be put out, if I was about to be put out, wouldn't you be like door dashing or something? Like really, really, really hustling, like picking up a part-time, like something. Like for the life of me, I can't see why people would spend all this time on YouTube. YouTube is slow money. It's slow money. Every once in a while, you might get hit with a big cash app here or there, here or there, here or there. Or one day you might get blessed. Like I got blessed. That one day when I got blessed, I was like, holy cow. Like I almost lost my mind, right? Kind of like when Ness got over 2,000 and something dollars in one day. I know she wanted to faint and shit. Like you almost lose your mind. Like damn. But that's so far and few in between for that shit to happen, man. Like if I was really in dire straits and shit, about to get evicted and shit, I would not be on YouTube. I wouldn't. I would be out hustling. Wouldn't you be hustling? Don't you just have to have that hustler spirit about you? Like go hustle, man. Like if you're Malik, don't you hustle, bro? Like damn. I know people can fall on hard times. Like I know that shit is a thing. Like I get it. But you wouldn't catch my face on YouTube. See what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't catch my face on YouTube. All right, let's just say going through a divorce, right? Going through a divorce, that's some real shit. You're going through a divorce. Would you still be on YouTube though? Even though you're going through a divorce and an eviction? Wouldn't you just kind of hang up the headphones for a little bit to get your shit in order? Although I'm addicted to YouTube, I can't be that addicted to where it puts things out of order, man. Like, I don't get it, man. Oh, what's up, Lady Nika? Yeah, yeah, right? You gotta be gone, man. You gotta get your stuff in order, man. Like, We shouldn't. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. This is just the honest to God truth. We shouldn't be seeing any of this stuff from Brooke, Malik, Pills, the family, all that. We shouldn't be seeing any of this stuff. Like you gotta be like down real bad to think that a play on YouTube is going to help alleviate some of the real life stress that you have. Like that's just not gonna happen. You gotta have at least 500, 600, 700, a million subscribers just to even make sure you just to make sure your shit is on point, on point, on point. If you're trying to make YouTube your thing, you got to be scratching those levels. Look, I didn't quite make $2,000 that day where I got super excited and happy and all that shit. I didn't even make $1,000 that day. I didn't. I don't want to throw the number out that I made, but it wasn't even $1,000. But that number right there was enough for me to lose my mind. The number that I did make. And it was only like 6 people that kind of sent me cash apps kind of that day that were like huge. If Brooke tasted that, right? That could have got her hooked and she probably thought that that was going to happen again for her. And that this was going to be a cash grab for her. What I'm starting to learn is people support you when you least expect it. When you least expect it, you know, it's when you least expect it, they start supporting you. Even the change in the tide of outward support, not just financial support, just outward support. People will start supporting you when you least expect it. One thing that I do know is you just have to be consistent, right? You got to be consistent. You got to be consistent, and you can't always be full of shit. Like you can't always be full of shit. And the reason why I have several channels is because with all these channels, you guys will start picking up on my personality for real, and you'll get to know the real me. I try to have this devil emoji up here to keep people away. People probably think this is my most trolling channel that I have, even though this is probably my most introspective, my most sharing, how you really get to know me. You know what I mean? So I keep all this stuff up here, sector alert, trolling, whoop de whoop de whoop, just to kind of keep people away from this channel. And for those that really F with me, rock with me, and want to hear whatever it is I gotta say, it doesn't matter what the topic is. They just want to hear whatever it is I gotta say. They start to learn more and more and more about me. You know, so there's a method to the madness. And okay, I can safely say with 25, 24 folks here, I'm not always on troll mode. I'm not. I'm not always trolling. On the bigger platforms, of course, because that's the thing that I do. But on things like this, you know, and here's another thing. Another reason, not the only reason, but another reason why I don't like being too serious on YouTube is because one, I don't want to be propped up. I don't want to be propped up. I don't want to be held in such high esteem on YouTube. All right, Beasley's here. I'm going to bring him up just to say what's up because I did not bring him up on my morning show, and he probably thinks I feel some type of way about him, and I don't. So let me bring him up. What's up?
Yeah, I don't know what the big deal about it is. I really don't come to disrupt the show in the morning. I
I
usually have
know,
something.
man.
I usually have something to
didn't
add.
want to ruffle no feathers, but go ahead, brother. I
Oh
hear you.
no, but it was exciting this morning, man. I wake up early, man, because there's always gonna be some shit. And dude, and I'm hearing them women talk. They're like, "That was a play. That was a play." No, that Malik dude was genuinely mad. I felt his energy.
I
He's
felt
mad. He didn't sleep last night. He didn't sleep last night.
Yeah.
His woman's slipping away, and
Yeah.
someone's going to pay for it. Someone's going
Yeah.
to pay for it. But
Yeah.
now you mentioned about the trolling. Maybe it's on you and not in you.
I see.
Maybe
I feel what you're saying.
maybe you're not a troll. I think you are though. You mention it a lot, but I think you are though. You got too much kick out of when NBA had the connection and NBK had the conniption fit. That was that that brought joy to me. I love that shit to see a meltdown. And he was like, when he said, when you started laughing, he said, "You think it's funny, nigga? You think it's funny?" He said, "This shit is serious." And you started laughing louder, and the chat went crazy. He said, "This is serious." Everyone else is like, "No, it's not."
Right. Right.
Oh,
Man. Now you coming on trying to troll NBK.
I'm not trolling. I just talk about things that happened and that I didn't get a chance to talk about because that shit was pretty funny. I woke up and got up early. I was on my tippy toes because that shit was exciting. I got a question about Shaquem.
Okay.
All right, and you've known him for a while. So he superimposed his picture on this flyer for the BET Awards in Los Angeles later this month, and he's
Mm,
telling people that he's going to Los Angeles to perform with Cardi B, Gunna, the sexy red chick. These are all, I'm much older than I'm
right.
not really into these groups. But he seems to convince himself that he's actually doing that. But he's not doing that. That's like, you know who Walter Mitty is? You ever heard of Walter Mitty?
No. Sounds
That's
familiar though.
some old black and white movie shit. It's about a guy that had a vivid imagination, and he
Hmm.
would imagine himself being like a fighter pilot or 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 whatever, all kinds of stuff, all kinds, in ticker tape parades, a war hero. He'd
Hmm.
hit but he'd just be daydreaming somewhere. He'd hit the game winning home run in the bottom of the ninth of the World Series. Where he scored the winning touchdown. That seems like Shaquem. He's imagining this shit and putting it up like it's real. And you can't tell me that's trolling. That's delusion. I think he actually believes it. Because I went up there and talked to him. I said, "So, what are you going to do about the Crips and the Bloods when they're going to come try to put pressure on you?" He
Mm,
said, "They're not putting pressure on me. I got Nego Cristo, da 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 da." I
right.
was like, he said, "I've been to Los Angeles before. I've been there before." And I'm like, "That's before you were this big poppin' rapper doing records with Kendrick Lamar and Cardi B." And instead of giggling and say, "Come on, man, I ain't doing no records with them," he just went
He
along
doubles
with it.
down. Right. He doubles down. Hmm.
He just went along with it. Yeah, well, I got the Lord protecting me. I'll be all right. I was like, what about? I
Right.
don't get it. People call that trolling. No, that's just like delusion. Anyone knows that it's not true, except Tracy. Tracy's putting muscle emojis and 100 like she believes it.
Right. So Stephanie Collins is bringing up Malik when he was talking about kidney shot in his son, and everybody, a couple of people in the chat are wondering who she's talking about. She's talking about the Malik thing. I saw you on the hood tables
Yeah,
the
they
other
give me
day.
a hard time over
They
there. They
didn't
don't
give you
even.
they didn't give you a fair shake. I understood the angle you were coming at, and I think it's just your name and just your reputation. They weren't even trying to hear you, bro.
It's really unfair, and it's really to their detriment
Mm,
because I think about this shit, and I have an original perspective. And I was trolling a bit. I was trying to
right.
make them feel bad for taking joy out of meddling in these people's lives, you
Right.
know,
Yeah, you did that.
and chewing it up like it's just for folly, and they're taking joy in these people's pain and picking it apart and calling it a play.
Right. Even though you
And
hit
don't,
the link to talk about it, yeah, that was funny. I thought that was funny.
no, that's trolling, but that's some reality trying to give you something to think about. Like, damn, what are we doing? What are
Hmm.
we doing? We're sitting here. These people have actual pain. They got a 16-year marriage that's hit a real bumpy road, and it's out here for public consumption. And we're
Hmm.
not going to give a shit about the people, or anything about what they're going through. We're not going to try to provide them any type of comfort, any counseling, anything. We're going to use it because that's the beef sector, and that's what we do. That's and yeah. Well, I don't know. I have my
Yeah.
soft
What's your
moments.
What's your thoughts on Grandpa Joe, man, and the flack he's receiving?
He's active. I mean, he's active, and the flack. You know, the majority of these people are group thinkers. Look at the flag that I take. I don't know half these women. I don't know
Mm.
three-quarters of them. That woman today, I'm like, well, who are you? She said, I don't know who I am. I'm like, you got bigger problems than anybody else. You don't even know who you are.
Dang.
Uh, I guess he's built for it. But you know what? Even when we were at each other's throats and I
Mhm.
hated him, I could
Mhm.
appreciate some of his commentary. And the reason why I'm hanging out there for now, I agree with a lot of the things that he says.
Yeah.
I
Which
know he,
what
I
though?
know.
I don't really understand what he's saying though.
You gotta
Let's
listen to him.
let's take one thing at a time, right? Let's go with the whole Malik thing. What do you agree with about that?
I didn't pay too much attention to that, but I didn't pay too much attention. It looks like Malik didn't show up. He's
Right.
taking the side of Malik, right?
Mhm.
He's taking the side of Malik. Um, Generally, he'll take the side. He'll take the side, and what utterly done, he'll take the side and be on the side of the woman because that's who donates, you
Yeah.
know. And you have some sympathy and some empathy for the women, but every now and then, he'll be on the other side. He doesn't hate women. He doesn't hate women. These women in the beef sector, the Barracuda sector, they're so vicious and mean. They really are. They really are.
Good.
You guys came bearing gifts. Hi, we have gifts. We have this, and they beat you guys up.
They beat us up. Isn't that par for the course though? Didn't they kick your ass when you first entered?
Not at all. They were curious about me. They asked about me. I wasn't coming to them. Something happened on I tried to get on a panel, and Pizarro was on the panel, and she was real rude. And people, all kinds of people reacted that they thought that Pizarro shouldn't have been commanding on Lady Nika's panel, this and that and the other, and then all these people made reactions to it. And then you have these troll accounts that's unlocked and this wrench, and they're saying, "Oh, that's Beasley from the beef sector. He's going to be stealing your accounts. He's going to be doing this." I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't need all these people thinking I'm going to do that because they're going to start fucking with me, right? So
Mhm.
I just made a tour just being nice, and you can't be nice to them. Uh, and a lot of them did the same thing. They
Mm.
be friendly with you and ask you a lot of questions, and then turn on you right away.
Yeah.
Then turn on you right away and say some of the most despicable things and don't expect you to speak anything back. The only difference between me and you guys is I fight back right away.
Oh, I see. So
I fight. I
you
fight.
dropped some crazy shit in the back chat this morning, bro. Like you're talking about his prison sentences and all kinds of shit. Like what's going on?
Who's
Like
prison
how do you,
sentences?
Malik's? How do you know so much about Malik?
I don't know that much about him, but I know that. Look at
Dang.
him. Look at his demeanor. You don't think that's true?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were dropping things you knew. Like for I thought
No, I've heard that. I believe it to be true. I believe it to be true. I believe.
he didn't seem gangster to me though. Like I know it's hard to tell, like when you just listening to people threatening people or whatever. It's hard to truly tell who's really about that life and who's not.
Gangsters ain't really threatening people. They smiling at you.
Right.
You said something funny one day. Rob Rack talks about I'm a killer. I'm a killer. I'm a killer. As
Mm-hmm.
he says, he ain't no killer. He ain't nice enough. He,
Mm-hmm.
killers are nice guys. You know, very very nice guys because they know what they're capable of. So they want to be nice to everybody. So there's no confusion when they have to do what they're built to do. No, there's all types of people with all types of criminal histories throughout all these sectors. These
Mm-hmm.
are this got a cross section of black people. I come from a sector where everybody had felonies.
Mm.
Everybody, everybody, mostly got them when they were young, when they were younger.
Yeah. So what
Everything from
happened? I want to
arsonist.
know. What do you think Grish has on Malik? Do you think she has anything on Malik?
I don't know that much about Grish, and probably has his information. I guess
Mm.
they've been out. They've been here a while. They've been here in this sector a while. So no one stays a secret for a long time.
Yeah. They
No
got
one
all
stays.
my business out on Front Street.
Yeah, no one stays a secret for a long time. So that's probably maybe where I've heard it from.
Mm.
The the
Now, can
the
you dispel the myth? you don't live in like a home or anything like that, right? You got your own crib and stuff like that. Like, why do they do
These
that? Why
people,
do they say
anything, they'll say anything and everything because I'm a very effective communicator. Okay.
that? Hmm.
And I'm not bound to anyone. Okay. I'm not bound to any finesse or any this, any that. I don't run in packs.
Right,
And I'll say some scathing stuff that'll be absolutely true, and I'm uncontrollable. I'm not going to be controlled. I'm not going to be part of your camp, and I'm not going to be your friend.
right.
I'm going to speak my mind and enjoy the bullshit, and I'm loyal to the laughter. I want to laugh.
Hmm.
I want to laugh, and I want to make people laugh. So people are going to say all type of things, and I've been to the point where caring what these people think, I just don't care.
Right,
Caring is what gets people in a lot of trouble. Then you start explaining things to them. You're never going to satisfy these savages. There's always going to be someone that's going to be pick at you, no matter what you say, no matter how sincere you are. They killed me off. I backed off of it for a while, and then they found my father's obituary, right?
oh shit.
And they said when we have the same name, right, except the middle initial, and they said I was dead, and I watched it. I'd been gone for
Mm.
about a month and a half, but I used to watch it occasionally, right?
Uh-huh.
And I watched it, and I watched my funeral online, and I watched some of these people say the most fucked up things about me and laughing.
Oh,
People that I was friendly with, yeah. My phone was ringing. You know, they said you're dead, man. I hope you are dead, motherfucker. You
oh
know, all
shit.
of oh yes, and you know what? And I just said like, why am I in any rush to be around this shit? You know,
Yeah,
why
that's
am I?
crazy, bro.
Yeah, but why am I in any rush to be around this type of energy where people really don't give a fuck about you and they're happy that you're dead? I was like, I could take my
Yeah.
time for that. And then what someone told me when I came back, and this is the funniest thing to me, she said, that diving, who's a nutcase, she came up on a panel, she said, Beasley, you motherfucker, you son of a bitch, you let these people think you were dead for a year.
Mm.
I'm like, I don't have any responsibility to tell these people and report them on anything. I don't have any. Where were you? What were you doing? I don't have any relationship on here.
Mm.
I didn't have any relationship on here that I'm bound to. That I have to stay in contact with. You
Right,
know, I don't have any. I don't have any strengths like that. But more importantly, I didn't care if you thought I was dead or not. I didn't even care about what you thought.
right. That's
Caring what
crazy.
people think.
Bro, that's crazy to think like, yo, I'm gonna sit here and witness how
My
this group of
funeral.
people, yeah, that's insane,
My
dude.
um, and they were few and far between. Like, damn, that's too bad. I'm going to miss Beasley. I'm going to miss him. Damn, I wish you were here. And they talked about me throughout the whole year. Not a day
Holy
goes by.
cow, bro.
In fact, I just had a little bad experience this afternoon. This afternoon, I'm just skimming the streets, not dropping down,
Hmm.
and I'm getting cussed out in Nessa's chat. I'm getting cussed out by Clyde Diva, and I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers is crazy.
Dang.
I just want to have a good time. I just want to have a good time.
Right,
No, I'm completely misunderstood.
right.
I'm completely misunderstood. I'm well spoken. I'm articulate. I'm smart as fuck. I mean, I've got a whole warehouse full of knowledge, and I'm mischievous and I like the fuckery.
Yeah.
I like
So how come you
I,
didn't how come you didn't join for the love of Brooke?
because what the fuck? I can knock Brooke if I want to. Aren't you glad that dude's gonna kill somebody over Brooke?
Right? God, dog.
I talked to Brooke about a week ago on her show, and part of it was to troll Ness. You know,
Mm.
because they're friendly or tight or we're friendly or tight. And I'm just going to piss Nest off by talking to Brooke because I get along with Brooke. She I look like her grandfather, and it's nice to have it's so nice to have a conversation with you. We had a nice conversation,
Mm.
and I don't participate in any challenges. I don't participate in any contest for the love of Brooke. There's a trillion women out here if you want to get at somebody.
Hmm.
Now, Krista, just Krista,
Oh, you did. You
said
crushed it on her, huh?
no, not hardly. But I was backstage with her on someone's show, and she said, "Hey Beasley, look," and showed me her titties. She had her hands over her nipples, and they're like massive and everything. I was like, "Wow, that's nice." And I didn't screenshot it.
He
I
said,
never
"Wow,
even
that's
mentioned.
nice."
Yeah, and I didn't mention it, but since her name was in circulation, I mentioned it, and she got mad that I told. You know,
Mm.
you need to tell these people. Yeah, you need to tell these people that it's not true, and I'm serious. I get a kick when they go, "I'm serious." Like I'm putting my foot down. I'm like, "Or what? What are you gonna do? You're gonna beat me up? You're gonna send me
What
to
would
bed
you
without
do? Would
dinner?"
you do it for a love of just Krista though? That's what would happen with you?
No,
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 you
no,
wouldn't do any of those shows.
no. You'd be surprised some of the ones that I've had action at over the years.
Mm.
You'd be surprised. I like the best ones. I like the best ones.
Multiple
Um,
times in chats just to call Bree big, fat, ugly, whatever. Just go after her. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he does go after
Bree,
Bree a
Bree,
lot.
Bree. I caught no, no. I used to get along with Bree. I saw Bree in a chat talking shit about me. I never said nothing to her.
Mm.
I saw Bree in the chat talk shit about me. I said, "Oh, it's like that." I
Oh, and
haven't
it
said
was up
anything
from
to.
there.
I hadn't said anything to her, anything about her. Ness, before you guys came around, Ness went on a 2 month, 2.5 month tirade where she just wore Bree out, and it was she sent Bree to the gym.
Oh wow.
Bree went to the gym and started filming herself, but she she's she doesn't have clean hands. She participates. She
I
participates on
agree.
all types of levels, and she has a bit of a mean spiritedness to her.
Well, I'm not gonna
Sometimes,
say I agree because I don't know, but I believe you is what I meant to say. I believe you.
yeah. How could you not have some mean spiritedness to you and participate and survive?
Oh, that's
You
fair.
have to. You have to. You can't run around these streets and act like Mary Poppins.
Yeah. I'm
With the
surprised. I'm surprised we got 20 people here, bro. I mean, I wasn't expecting this as far as, Ness being live and I think Brooke is on the panel and like all kinds of shit. I thought we was just gonna be over here chilling in the
Brooke sure went
the
back over there quickly
Yeah,
after having
right?
that. I didn't
Yeah.
hear their argument, but she sure went back over there quickly.
Yeah, I didn't catch it when she first hit the panel, so I'm gonna have to go because I'm gonna be talking about that in the morning too. When she first hit the panel, what the vibe was or whatever, just to kind of see what type of play we're dealing with right now. Because I think you and I are in the same boat that Malik is kind of oblivious to a lot of things going on, but I don't think Brooke quite. I don't think Brooke is.
I just was on the dude Pillsbury's panel,
Hmm.
and he said, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna get you. You come to my house." And I'm like,
Crazy,
let me get up here and calm this dude down. I'm like, you don't have any beef with Malik. Your situation is with Brooke. That man's been married to that woman for 16 years. What the fuck you
right?
expect?
Right.
Yeah, give that some space. And then the hoodie dude was in there, talking about that he had professed his love to her and he had done this, but he fell for her. He fell for her. She led him along. She's putting them both together. She's making the situation happen. She's being messy as hell. And she's got the dude angry as hell. And who
Right.
knows? That might be their thing. Show your
Right.
love for me, Daddy. And he might just want to get out in the middle of the street and beat his chest like Tarzan. I love you, Brooke. I love
Yeah.
you, Brooke. I'll kill a motherfucker for you.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that is their thing. That
So
is
do
their
I.
thing.
You know what, Beasley?
And
I actually went on record saying that. I even said it on Pillsbury's channel the other day. I said that.
she knows how to push his buttons. He pushes buttons and he gives off that alpha male, I'll kill a motherfucking energy over you. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna kill over you. And that shit turns her the fuck on. This nigga love me.
Yeah.
This nigga ready to kill for me. Come on home, daddy.
Yeah.
Come on home, let me cook for you. They'll be back together. They'll be
I
back
believe so.
together.
I believe
They'll
so.
be back together. And I told this dude, I said, "How are you? I mean, if you like this woman and everything, but it can't be as serious as their situation. They've been together for 16 years. I'm like, you haven't even been within 1,500 miles of the woman,
Right.
right? I mean, energy might be strong, but it's not that strong.
No.
It's not that
Yeah.
strong.
So do you think Pills really did fall for Brooke?
I don't know him, and I didn't watch that show. I'm not watching all of this shit all the time. Um, particularly some of them shows, they're just goofy to me. I listen to you guys talk about them.
Hmm.
You know, when I listen to you guys talk about them, you guys make the shit more interesting than what it is.
Oh wow. Okay.
You guys actually are watching it and critiquing it and picking angles, and you make some of this stuff. Have you ever like watched a reality show that if
Hmm.
you look at it from the outside, you're like, this is kind of fucking stupid. But
Right.
once you start watching it, you'll get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
That's
Big
how this
Brother. Big Brother's kind of like that for me.
right. The show like Flavor of Love. That
Yeah.
shit was
Flavor of
stupid.
Love. Yeah. Hmm.
I was glued to my set. What's going to happen now? You know, a scripted reality show. Some of these things, they they have no interest to me until I hear people start talking about it. Then I'm like, oh wow, there's a science, there's a play, there's this going on. You know, what are someone's true intentions?
Right.
What and you get 1,000 opinions. So you guys actually watch this shit and critique it and speculate
Yeah.
and speculate. And I wish I could participate sometimes. I won't be disruptive. If nobody argues with me, I won't argue with them because you guys get me to thinking.
Right. Okay.
You guys get.
I mean, you've been really good over here. I mean, it's just,
I think I'm blocked. I think I'm blocked.
I think Breed triggers you. I think,
Well, you know, she shouldn't have been bothering with me.
and
You shouldn't have been bothering with me.
I'm Pettyville, so I gotta protect the general, and I know you don't like that. I know you don't like that.
Protect her from what? Leave me alone. I leave you alone. I don't defer to them. See, that's the difference. I wouldn't care if you had 1 trillion subs. I fought with Tommy Sotomayor and Soto Relation by myself with 1 or 2 people. I fought Angry Man. I'm talking
Hmm.
about real life savages with machines. With machines. I battled all of them. You think I'm going to defer to these chicks?
Right.
I'm gonna,
Look at this comment, because this is a good conversation we can
what
have.
to say?
I only got like 9 more minutes, busy. I only wanted to be here for an hour because
That's fine. No, I'm glad we had this. I'm glad we had this talk because you know I'm civilized.
Yeah, yeah, yep. It's always like this over here. So whenever B code sector alerts go live, you should always come over here.
And I'm always surfing to see what's going on. What is the question?
Yeah, so it says Pills did seem love struck. He was really looking forward to seeing her the 2 days prior to the actual group meetup. So here's my question for you. Do you think she was looking for a way to end that meetup with Pills because this was a play from the beginning on Brooks' end? Go ahead.
You know, maybe she's trying to end the relationship and she's going to have her little fling. Uh, you know, why do all this shit out and open in the public? That she's trying to get her dude's attention. That she's got options.
Mm-hmm.
She got a
Mm-hmm.
very pretty face, but she's a bigger woman. She's
Mm-hmm.
a bigger she's a bigger woman. I mean, so that limits some of her options. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But they were teasing him for catching feelings, and I don't know how long they've been talking. But she definitely got his. She definitely has his attention.
Yeah, yeah. I think the more and more I just think about it and think about it and think about it, yeah, she never intended to go out there to see Pills. Now I'm not gonna say
Uh,
she's gonna cancel her shit. She probably ain't gonna cancel her shit, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be right alongside her.
MBK and Ghetto were canceling. They canceled.
Yeah,
I'm
I didn't
going. I
know
might not.
Ghetto canceled. Did Ghetto? I know MBK canceled, but I didn't know Ghetto canceled.
Yeah, this after being gun ho and talking about it, you know, a few days before, a couple of days before. Um, I'm going to go. I may not see any of those people, but I'm going to go to Las Vegas. I don't even know. Hold on. I don't even know when their thing is. So I'm just going to go sometime there in the month and maybe stay 4 or 5 days. Like on a Sun, you know, arrive on the Thursday or Sunday to get the better prices.
Wow,
And
man, you should figure out the day, bro, and just show up, bro. You should figure out that would be
dude,
crazy.
I'm a marked man. I'm a marked man. I'm so notorious. I'm taunting them by camming up. You know, I'm taunting them by camming up. Just
Wow.
let them know I'm really not scared. No, I got serious. I've done. There's been a lot of shit that going on here, and there's a lot of people that I've got the best of, um, and I've played outside of YouTube. So when I hear you talk about that, this shouldn't have, that shouldn't happen. That shit happens.
Right.
That shit happens.
Yeah.
The difference now is that now the laws that are on the books, the statutes are being enforced, and I'm not going to be the guy. that's going to be getting going to jail for this shit. But there was
Right.
once a time that when these laws were on the books, but they weren't being enforced. So, and I hung out with a group of trolls from Blog Talk Radio, and they were
Uh-oh. You broke up. You broke up. You broke up, brother. He probably still gonna be talking. Watch. Oh damn, he gone. All right, well, cool. Maybe he'll come back up. Maybe he won't. We only got like 5 more minutes, anyways. Yeah, Brooke is being greedy. She probably wants pills, the hubby, and intrinsic. She's just being greedy at this point. She's just being greedy. Now, I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. I just put on there on the docket, just so you guys know. I already had the docket in mind, but to know like we kind of all felt the same way. You know what I mean? It shows that we're really clicked up. This is Codification Squad for real, for real. I got. Let's see what the docket looks like. I got. Come on, Bonnie. I got flowers for the hood table. So we're going to be talking about that in the morning and in all things hood table. So of course we're going to be talking about grown folks, and him getting jumped. Good Lord, he got jumped, didn't he? So we're definitely going to talk about that. And then we're going to I put Paulette hit the go live, right? Shout out to Paulette, courtesy of Code Fam. She went live. So I thought that was fire. More like ghetto, you know what I mean? To yell like ghetto. And then I put a lot of folks are Team Malik, right? A lot of folks are Team Malik, and I really want to unpack it. We brought it up a little bit tonight, but I really want to unpack it because I think I honestly think Pills is getting played. I think he's getting played. And I can extend the docket now because 3 hours is a long time. I'm starting to realize that's a long time, and we have plenty of time to talk. And so I can extend the docket. I don't have to just have 3 items anymore. We have plenty of time to talk, so I can extend the docket. What'd you say? Brooke and Ness and Lemon still doing the Vegas meetup. Sean Bradley is behind this Vegas trip big time. Remember, Lolo was fully sponsored. Hmm. Remember the chat in Bree and everybody wanted to rip my head off for bringing up Sean Bradley this morning. I told y'all, look. Let me just say this, and then it's time to get up out of here. I told y'all Sean Bradley was doing something. I told y'all just be thinking I'd be talking out of my ass. Sean Bradley's up to something. Oh yeah. Wait, yes, she did go live. I was very proud of her. Who? Who we talking about? Who went live? Who we talking about, Lady Nika? Who went live? Who you proud of? I can't remember. Oh, Paulette. Thank you, Paulette. Yeah. Me too. I didn't get to catch it all. I gotta. As soon as Beasley, you done came back, bro. I'm getting out of here, man. I'm getting out of here. All right, real quick.
The sector I'm from was here way before the Sodom and Gomorrah sector. Way before. Been here
Oh,
since
damn.
2013, 2014. They have all of this structure and history and pride in their sector. I come from the damn slums. Tommy Sotomayor.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So the people that call themselves the black sector now, these are mostly people that were from Nature Boy sector
Mm-hmm.
and watched that weird shit, which I didn't do, and people that were Soto Nation members. I didn't know most of these people, but they knew of me because I'm always hitting Tommy's panel. I've been hitting Tommy's panel for ages, just to troll him and mind fuck him and play with them, and sometimes agree with them, and sometimes position him to go after people that I'm beefing with.
Mm.
Um, but the real black sector is a nasty place where all of the fucked up stuff in the world has happened, and it's a very small group of people. It's a very small. They've been around for a long time, and these are the people. These are the people that when someone's mother dies, they're putting up their picture. They're putting up the obituary. They're burning pictures. They're burning pictures of dead relatives. They're pissing on dead relatives. Can you imagine that? That's been going on a lot.
Yeah, that's
Take
crazy.
a take a picture of a dead relative and take a piss on them,
That's
and people are
insane.
laughing,
That's
or set them on
disgusting.
fire. Kids getting cooked and roasted. Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
sex tape dropping. So all of this stuff, the outrage of the beef sector, where it's like, oh my god, that's horrible. That has to stop. I'm just like, you guys witness this treachery every damn day, and they say the beef sector has morals, but the same shit happens. The same shit happens.
that's wild.
You and the same shit happens, and the people that you support, you look the other way when they do treacherous shit and foul shit, and the people that you don't like, you hold their feet to the fire. You hold their feet to the fire. Beef sector's huge, but it's weird too. You know, it's weird. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. Men are women and women are men, and it's just strange. It's just strange, and they really act like it's such an exclusive thing. You know what I think they should really do?
Hmm.
They should get an interactive website. They should pool up some money. They should get an interactive website and say who is beef sector and go off of YouTube and operate from there, because
Hmm.
they really don't want anyone entering. They're going to put anyone entering through all kinds of shit, all
Oh,
kinds of
wow.
shit. You came just as nice as can be, humble. All of you really came humble, bearing gifts.
I came trolling too a little bit, but I hear
It's
you.
still
Yeah, but
humble and
it
friendly.
wasn't. I wasn't malicious. I'll tell you that right
It
now.
wasn't evil trolling. It
Yeah.
wasn't the kind of trolling I can do. You know, it wasn't no mean spirited trolling. You weren't cussing anybody or anything. And you guys took abuse. I'm like, why are you taking abuse? Fight back. I still don't get it. I don't know. I'm not a misogynist dude. I just don't stick my tail in between my legs when it comes to women telling me what to do.
Hmm.
Just not that dude.
I
And
hear you.
I think it's a generational thing. I think the younger generation, the people in their 30s and more and lower, not only are they not doesn't seem to have the same amount of backbone, but these are the kids now that are adults that were in school when they were normalizing the fluidity between the genders and the whole agendas that were being pushed about homosexuality.
Mm.
And maybe it makes the world a better place, but it certainly makes them softer. And when you see that, when you see the males being softer like that, then you start to see the sassy shows of the world and all the other ones that fill in the power vacuum. That fill in the power vacuum.
All right, let me get
That's
the hell up out of here, BZ. I gotta
good
go.
enough.
But it was real good. It was real good
I'm on
talking.
the re- I'm on.
Uh-oh. Damn, I didn't do that. He dropped. He dropped. I didn't do that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank y'all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch y'all in the morning. Y'all know I love this YouTube shit, but not enough to cause my family. Not enough to cost my family or any of that, man. That's just crazy. I'll catch y'all in the morning. Peace.
Because I don't think I heard you right. Say it again.
I guess, sure. What I said was, I love you, Naruto. And you also need to know that Sasuke doesn't mean
Love you,
anything to me
Benji.
anymore. It was totally crazy to ever like him in the first place.
Girl, I try for you. I wouldn't say I lie, but I lie for you. And I wouldn't say I cry, but I cry for you. All these tears on my eyes and they fall for you. And they fall for you. All these hoes on my phone, but I'm calling you. Like little bumps in the lows, girl, I'm calling you. Girl, I'm all for you. Well, bye. Girl, I try for you. I wouldn't say I lie, but I lie for you. No, I wouldn't say I cry, but I cry for you. All these tears on my eyes and they fall for you. And they fall for you. And they fall for you. Girl, they falling. Yeah, they fall for you. Yeah, they